Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a book versus movie on The City of Bones. So the first video I did on The City of Bones was a movie review, and I just basically talked about what I thought about the movie itself, and I didn't really compare the differences between the book and the movie. But on this video, I'm gonna talk about like three things that I thought were kind of important that I really noticed when I was watching the film. So I watched the movie twice, and the first time I watched it, I was with my friends. It was nighttime, and I just noticed the major changes that they made, but I didn't notice the things that they left out because I was just freaking out the whole time. But the second time I watched it, it was a couple of days later, and I was really able to like look at the movie and see the things that they changed or like they left out from the book. So since I am going to talk about the book and the movie, this is major spoilers. So if you haven't watched it yet, definitely don't watch this video. Or if you do want to watch this video, then come along. I'm not going to stop you. So overall, I didn't really mind the changes that they made in the movie. I know that a lot of people were mad, and I saw like a comment somewhere where they said that it kind of changed the essence or the point of the movie. And in my opinion, I really don't think so. I understand that there is a lot of info that has to be put into the book, so I know that there is some stuff that they had to leave out or change. So I'm going to briefly talk about what they changed in the movie, and because I didn't really mind it, I'm not going to talk about it for a very long time. One of the things that I did notice was that Simon didn't turn into a rat. He was just like chained to this elevator in the hotel. And then another thing that I noticed was that everyone was there, like the whole like group of shadow hunters. It wasn't just Clary and Jace that went to the hotel. So once again, I really didn't mind that change. I thought it did save a lot of time with having to explain the whole thing about the rats and just the drinks and stuff. So I was really fine with that. I didn't think that it changed the story a lot. I think that in the movie they did manage to catch the essence of the City of Bones. It's still basically the same story, just a couple of things that were changed. However, they did omit stuff that I thought that was necessary so that the story could be told effectively. So I'm just going to talk about three things that they changed in the movie. I'm sure there were other things that were changed, but I'm just going to talk about the three. So, number one. Now, I really don't know how to pronounce this. I am so sorry if I do pronounce it wrong. And if I pronounce it right, then yay. But because they didn't say this in the movie, I have no idea how to pronounce it. So, the word is parabatai. Parabatai? I don't know. I was really counting on them to say it so I could finally say it right. So they didn't explain what a parabatai was. I would have liked it if they had explained more about like shadow hunters and kind of how they're all connected and the relationships that they have within shadow hunters, especially parabatai, because I think that's the most important thing in like their world. I mean, they really depend on their partner, and it's just one of those things that really struck me as important while I was reading the whole series, because throughout the whole series, that's what they emphasize. The whole relationship and how important it is to be with each other and protect them. So putting down Alec and Jace's relationship as just best friends, I really didn't think that it put a lot of emphasis on just how important their partnership really is. So the second thing is actually talking about the Silent Brothers and the City of Bones. Now, considering that the movie is called City of Bones, and just in order to get more people into the books and the movies, I think that it was really important to explain what the City of Bones actually was. I don't think that there was a lot of emphasis on it. They probably spent like 5 minutes in the actual like city, and they didn't really explain the point and the importance of the Silent Brothers. When they were trying to clear the block from Clary's mind, I don't think that they clearly stated like what they were doing with her and then like why the Silent Brothers were coming to help her out. Maybe they said it briefly, like a sentence or two, but I don't think it was enough considering how fast-paced like everything was. I think that it did deserve a lot more explanation. And the third thing that I'm going to talk about is Luke's backstory with Valentine. I think there should have been more emphasis with how much Jocelyn and Luke really did love Valentine and his ideas at first. They completely left it out of the movie. They did say that they were all friends and stuff, but they didn't really explain that Valentine and Luke were just like inseparable. And I think it was kind of important to explain why Luke was a werewolf in the first place, why he went from a shadow hunter to a werewolf. Like, they just made him into a werewolf in the movie, and they didn't really explain what happened, and with the backstory of how Valentine, like, asked Luke to kill himself. So I just think that providing a backstory for Luke and Valentine would give more, like, insight to what kind of character Valentine is. So those were the 3 important things that I thought that they had left out from the movie. But if you guys have anything else, just comment down below, and I'd love to read them. Alright, see you tomorrow. Bye!